Okay, wife or knife? Oh my God. Hello, you old freckled mozzarella. I have a question how to deal with a relationship. I'm in my early 30s and my girlfriend is about the same age. We have been together for about 4 years. No children or pets. I've started to see more and more things I have trouble to tolerate. She has started to gain some weight and lives a bit unhealthy. I have no problem with the little chubby, but now there is starting to be a bit of a gut. She takes all these over-the-counter medicines every day instead of living healthier. Started complaining on everyday things such as the weather and walking. Started making a lot of eating noises. Yeah, she's begun the dying process. She's got to get out off that stuff. These pharmaceutical companies, they're in bed with the food supply. They turn the food supply into poison, and then they have these pills to keep you living, but not in a healthy way. So you can keep eating the food and keep feeling sick and just making money off of you. Started making a lot of eating noises. She had a small cancer half a year ago, had surgery, and is now cured. I have an expensive chef's knife. I've told her many times how to handle it, not to put it in the sink, only cut on a cutting board, which has been disrespected. Jesus, dude, you're writing very coldly, making eating noises. I have a very expensive knife. I told you how to use it, and you've been using it. Disrespect. Okay. Yesterday, I found her cutting against a metal plate with it. I told her no and handed her another knife. She told me it's fine. It's just the top, and continued cutting until I got more upset. I don't care so much about the knife, but more about the disrespectful act. I get that. She said she was sorry. Not sure if I'm being petty, breaking up over these things, as we have a lot of fun together otherwise. I'm tired of arguing as I work long shifts and she easily starts crying. Not sure if I'm an asshole if I bring up the other stuff. Your pod makes my work easier. Big fan of the stand-up. Fuck you and your sports. All right, dude. Well, I can tell you this right now. From the way you're describing her, continuing to put on weight and making noises when she's eating and then complaining about moving around, and now she's taking all of these pills and she's had cancer. Like, if you're going to stay with this person, I mean, how do you lead a horse to water? Oh, wait, you can lead him to water. How do you make him drink it? How do you lead a cow to a smoothie? I'm sorry, to a fucking juice. Listen, dude, you're asking a comedian, but there was a lot of medical red flags in there, and I have no expertise, so you shouldn't listen to this. This is just a guy sitting on the podcast bar stool next to you. That's not going to end well, and it's not going to end well rapidly if she keeps going the direction that she's going in. If you're not married yet and you want to have kids and somebody who's a cancer survivor and well on their way to being obese, I don't know how that works out. So if you're going to stay with this person, that's a lot of work to put in. If somebody is going off the fucking deep end like that, and I would say this to a woman too, like if you're dating some guy and all of a sudden he's doing what this woman is doing, as far as her disrespecting your knife, I mean, that's just what it's like. I don't know if that's what it's like to live with a woman, but it's, at the very least, it's what it's like to live with another person. Like I don't know. I think if it was a guy, he thinks like, all right, I got to like respect this guy's knife before he stabs me with it. Where a woman's just like, oh my God, it makes so fucking nitpicky for. I don't think that they give a shit. But I think the big thing here is her health. And the question is, do you love this person enough to try and help her turn her life around? Because she's not doing any, she's living her life like a mouth-breathing moron. All right? She's letting herself go to she's eating awful and she's disrespecting. Like this person seems like a lot, both in the weight department and as a person. So I feel like you are definitely at a crossroads. And you either hold her hand into the Dairy Queen and watch her just basically kill herself, or she makes the healthier choice and goes to the health food restaurant, or you let go of her hand and you walk in the opposite direction down the street. That's where you're at, and that's a decision you have to make. But I notice this overwhelming thing with men now is they question how they're feeling. Like, am I being like too much? Am I like making a bigger deal out of this? And that's kind of where we are right now publicly, where a woman doesn't have to think, am I being like a fucking nag? Am I being a pain in the ass? Am I making a mountain out of a molehill? They don't do that. So, if you're with somebody that does that, then I would extend. What I'm trying to say here is respect is a two-way street. All right? Okay. Good luck with that, sir.